for the Royals, and they have a chance to win the league outright. If Nazareth wins, they might force a tie-breaking game where these two will square off prior to the playoffs to determine the #1 seed with the shared league title. With Dan Acevedo, David Resnick here from Christ the King High School, Middle Village, Queens. Calhoun grabs the rebound. It's on the deck. Now Jen Fay picks it up and felt the pressure from Sydney Zambrata. Nia Johnson for the lead. The secondary players coming up big in that third quarter. Up ahead to Gaddy. And Scarborough gets the rebound and is fouled.
Colin Scarborough to the line, 2 shots.
The 4th foul against Bianca Cuevas, who is held scoreless in the third quarter after pouring in 18 in the first half. Her McDonald's All-American mate, Sierra Calhoun, just had a single field goal in that third quarter. And that's why the note about the secondary and the tertiary scorers stepping up as the Stars were held in check during the third quarter. Pair of free throws for Colin Scarborough, who is headed to Siena next year, and the lead is 3. Roma gathers herself and then is too strong. Fay with the spin move, but she's called for the travel. .48-45, Christ the King. Gaddy, Calhoun, Draxler, Scarborough, and Zambrata, the 5 on the floor for the Royals. Bianca Cuevas is on the bench for Nazareth with 4 fouls. Shaclasia Brown, Brittany Jackson at guard. Roma, Johnson, and Fay are in the front court. Illegal screen against Sophia Roma. The 5th team foul called against Nazareth in the second half. Just 1 against the Royals of Christ the King. Roma picks up her 3rd and takes a seat on the bench, replaced by Yasmin Belk. Kristen Draxler lines it up. Kept alive for Calhoun.
Sierra Calhoun.
She's got 13 on the day to lead the Royals. How long can you keep Bianca Cuevas on the bench if you're head coach Ron Kelly? Christ the King with a 5-point lead. Shaclasia Brown has been a tremendous senior leader, one of 3 captains. A foul on the shot, and Belk goes to the line. Sydney Zambrata picks up her 3rd.
Belk to the line, 2 shots.
Yasmin Belk is part of that senior leadership. Ron Kelly saying that we play a very tough schedule and we've built great chemistry throughout the season. He credits those senior leaders for helping foster that. 50-46, Christ the King, inside of 6 minutes to play in regulation. Tough man-to-man by the Lady Kingsmen with 5 on the shot clock. Scarborough floats it up and hits. One of 3 players in double figures for Christ the King. Brown on the drive, fouled by Kristen Draxler. Brown try to set up one of her teammates underneath. Calhoun ahead to Gaddy, but she stepped on the baseline trying to save it. Christ the King always likes to get out and run, and that time could not convert in transition. Cuevas has been on the bench for Nazareth for the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Jackson with the left bounce is fouled. Gaddy is called for her third. Dominique Toussaint replaces Alyssa Gaddy in the Royals lineup. 6-point lead, 52-46. Drive inside and the layup for Nia Johnson.
2-point basket, Johnson.
Toussaint double teamed. Johnson the steal. Johnson leading the break, pulls up, rims out, and Sierra Calhoun the contested rebound. Zambrata, a wraparound pass to Colin Scarborough, and she's got a team-high 14. Ron Kelly could wait no longer to bring Bianca Cuevas back into the game. Sat for about 3 minutes, and Christ the King extended their lead to 6. 54-48. 4 minutes even on the fourth quarter clock. Dominique Toussaint guarding Cuevas off the screen. Racing to the basket and misses the layup. Faye, second chance opportunity. Roma a third, and Calhoun the rebound. And trying to create space, traveled. Five-second call and a Nazareth turnover. Gaddy pull up, front iron, Roma another rebound. 3-on-2, Brown, charge. Kristen Droxler again takes the charge. That's the second that she's drawn today. Calhoun, tough catch, fouled underneath.
Calhoun to the line, 2 shots.
Draws the fourth foul against Sophia Roma. So Roma and Cuevas for Nazareth, each with 4 fouls, as Sierra Calhoun steps to the line. She's been a part of USA basketball the past couple years. As a sophomore and junior, first team All-New York City, first team All-Metro, as decided by MSG Varsity. Gets her own miss off the second. Power dribble inside. Contested layup, no. Zambrata picked off and the save. Royals get it back. Whipped a pass inside, and it's deflected away. Royals have it. Up by 6, 55-49. Less than 3 minutes to go on their home floor. Trying to win an outright league title and sweep Nazareth in the regular season. Brown to Cuevas. Long three. Rainbow shot is good. Her first basket of the second half is a three-pointer that makes it a 4-point game. Brown the steal. At the rim, missed the layup. Gaddy the other way. Scarborough makes the layup. She's leading the way with 16 for Christ the King. Cuevas tees it up and knocks down another. That is WNBA range. To within 3. Zambrata, handoff. Scarborough again. What shot making down the stretch. Cuevas, crossover, splits 2 defenders, and a travel before the made basket. Timeout, Nazareth. The Lady Kingsmen call for full timeout, trailing 59-54 with 1:49 to go. A matchup between New York City's 2 McDonald's All-Americans and 2 best teams in New York City has not disappointed. Christ the King, number 2 in our tri-state poll, behind Shabazz out of New Jersey. 1:48 to go out of the timeout, and a 5-point Christ the King lead. Brown got the steal, but not the layup. And a held ball. Possession arrow in favor of Nazareth. They'll get it underneath the CTK basket. Cuevas off a screen. Draxler comes out to guard her with a high hand. Cuevas to Roma. And the foul was called. It's a 3-point game, and Roma has a chance to complete the 3-point play. .120 to go. Christ the King up by 3. Draxler, Gaddy, Calhoun, Scarborough, and Zambrata. That's a held ball. Possession in favor of the Royals. Nazareth has Cuevas, Brown, Johnson, Fay, and Roma. Both Roma and Cuevas are on the floor with 4 fouls. Calhoun in the paint with the right hand, called for the offensive foul. Just Calhoun's second. A possession for Nazareth with the chance to tie. Down by 3, 59-56. Final minute of play in regulation. As most Christ the King and Nazareth matchups over the last 4 seasons, it's coming down to the wire. Calhoun on Cuevas, around the screen, and Cuevas draws the foul. It's called on Colin Scarborough.
Cuevas to the line, 2 shots.
Bianca Cuevas to the line. As a sophomore, she was 2nd team All-Metro. She learned that she was a McDonald's All-American prior to a game, sitting on the bench during warm-ups and watching the selection show on a phone. When she heard the news, she went crazy, and the rest of her team joined her in celebration. Calhoun racing down the floor, draws contact, and gets 2 free throws.
Calhoun to the line, 2 shots.
Cuevas made 1 of 2 to make it a 2-point game, and that's the 5th foul against Sofia Roma. She fouls out with 43 seconds left. A stoppage of play to allow Ron Kelly to make a substitution. And Yasmin Belk will come back into the game. Fighting through some knee pain, Belk started the game and has been effective with 9 points and a solid handful of rebounds. Sierra Calhoun to the line. She gets 2 free throws. Three-point game in favor of Christ the King, 60-57. Calhoun makes both at the line. Brown brings it up the floor off to Faye. Cuevas comes to the ball. Toussaint has the assignment. Cuevas, what dribbling! And she draws the foul. The foul called on Kristen Draxler. It's the 8th team foul against Christ the King. Bianca Cuevas steps up to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 after the Nazareth timeout. Cuevas at the line, 1-and-1. She's got 25-7 here in the 4th quarter. Short on the first, into the hands of Sierra Calhoun. And Calhoun is fouled. Jen Fay commits the foul. Calhoun now steps up. So Cuevas, the All-American for Nazareth, missed the front end. And now Sierra Calhoun, the All-American for Christ the King, hits the front end. She makes it a 5-point game. The 3rd quarter was about the supporting players and the secondary players. This 4th has turned in to a little bit of a duel between Calhoun and Cuevas. It's a 6-point lead, 63-57. 20 seconds to go. Cuevas for 3. Too strong off back iron. Draxler down with the rebound. She's fouled by Brown. And with 12.7 seconds left, it looks like Christ the King will be able to hold on. It's the 10th foul against Nazareth. And Kristen Draxler steps up for 2 free throws. Help that one into the basket with the shooter's lean. 64-57. Christ the King has made the majority of its free throws down the stretch. Just 10 seconds to go. Cuevas fires for 3. Into the hands of Johnson. The layup goes. 2 seconds left and 1. Christ the King wins on its home floor. 60.